So we're at Beaver Lake, and there's a big problem going on now with the goldfish, that all the goldfish seem to be dying. They're swimming at the surface like this. They're very slow and lethargic. And if we keep going, a bunch of them are dying. Look at this. They're all dying. Now, whoa, I almost fell in. Anybody who's had a fish tank knows that when they start swimming close to the surface and sort of gulping air with the water, that it's because there's oxygen depletion in the water, or there's poor circulation and not enough oxygen. And so they try to get a little bit of air with every gulp to increase the amount of oxygen they're taking in. But what ends up happening, look at this. Their backs stick out of the water just a little bit as they hang around on the surface. It ends up getting cooked by the sun, and the mucus dries up, the protective mucus on the back dries up, and it ends up getting infected. And typically, let's get some better examples. Look at all these guys here. Here's a perfect example. Look at this guy's back. Don't scare him, don't scare him. So this guy, now you can see, he's got a bunch of sores on his back from where it's sticking out of the water.
That's a big one, you see.
It's a big one, but he's not doing too well. No. So they're dying, and the city's trying to figure out what the problem is, but by the time the city figures out what the problem is, they will probably all be dead.
Honey, it's a lack of oxygen.
I think you're right. Now we'll just swim with them for a little bit. Okay, well that's it.
There's blood coming out in him.
Keep walking. There's some more here. Here's another dead fish.
I love dead fish. Stop dying fish.
Something's gonna eat him. He'll feed something. Here's another one.
That fish is really stinky.
He's stinky. Let's keep walking.
Seven, Daddy.
So, I don't think a birdie dead. This is the worst. Look at this.
What's the worst?
This is the worst location here. Look at this.
All of those fish. Those are all of fish.
They're all fish, and they are not happy. This waterfall over here doesn't actually run into the water. This is a separate, isolated waterfall for show that people can put their feet in, and it's closed off and recirculates the water. And the city says that they don't know what the problem is. Look at this. This is a stagnant swamp with no circulation, no aeration. So now we're at a section where all the dead fish seem to have drifted. Oh, dead fish all over the place. Ugh, look at this. Look at the dead fish here. That's a big dead fish. Dead fish. They're all over here. Well, you know where the wind is blowing. That's a big one. Okay, well, back in the last great mass extinction, the oceanic belts stopped turning and all of the oceans stopped moving, so the water from the deep part of the ocean stopped going up to the upper part to recycle oxygenated air, and the whole ocean became a stagnant cesspool. Everything in the ocean died, pretty much 90%, and it produced a gas that was so toxic that it killed the animals on land. And it nearly killed every living thing on Earth. That's basically what's happened here. There's no circulation anywhere.